All right, ladies and gentlemen, and Mr. Dave Stevenson.
And Mr. Romani.
What's up? We've
How are you,
got,
my friend?
dude, we got like less than a week. It's what's today, Tuesday? So
Yeah,
by this time next week, the floor will be open at the
yeah.
Photo Booth Expo.
And my feet will be so sore from all the walking that I'll be doing.
Already?
No, I'm saying my feet by this time that night will be
Yeah.
so sore because I'm getting in on Saturday and
Oh, that's right.
be walking. I'm going to be hanging out with people. I'm so excited to get down there to this expo this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be huge. We were supposed to have Rob Savigas on. He's having some technical difficulties. If he can figure that out, we'll bring him in. But he's a busy man. He's got like a week less, less than a week to really get
Less than a
stuff.
week. Yeah, he's only got a few days.
Yeah. So, Rob, if you're watching, we love you, man, and we know you're busy. So no big deal. We got this covered for you, and we can't wait to see you. But
And this
yeah,
is, if anybody's wondering, this is episode 21 of the Photo Booth Magazine.
which is interesting because 21 is also blackjack.
That's right.
And it's kind of fitting since then. Next week we're going to be playing some cards. Probably I'm going to be playing at the poker tournament on Wednesday night.
I think I might try and sign up, but there's so much going on. Like every night there's something happening.
Yeah.
Like after things, and because you got the MEX going also.
Hmm.
So you got those shows going on after hours. You got the photo booth. Some of the vendors are putting on things after hours. So
Yeah.
it's going to be crazy.
It's supposed to be the highest attended in the history of the PBX, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. That's kind of what I heard through the proverbial grapevine.
Yeah.
Is I think the hotel is almost completely sold out.
Yeah.
I've
Uh,
seen some people are trying to book rooms and they can't get them.
hmm. Yeah, it's true. People looking for passes, people looking for rooms. It's going to be crazy. And you're going to be there for the photo with Mastermind for the weekend part. I can't make it.
Yep.
So you're going to be primed and ready to go by the time PBX rolls in.
Oh, I can't wait. I really can't wait. I'm so excited to see everybody and just learn. I want to learn. So you know what? I've been doing this for so long, and every year I pick up something new from
Uh-huh.
talking to people. It's so great to network and get to know people from all over the world and sit with them and talk to them and say, what do you do? How do you do this or that? And people ask me the same thing. And it's great because, when you're talking to everybody and to different people, you get to know them and kind of understand, how they do something different than you might do, and something you may not have even thought of, or they market their booth a certain way,
Yeah.
so it's going to be interesting,
Hmm.
um for this show. Somebody said, had my room booked for months. Well, that's the smartest thing, because
Yeah.
people wait till the last minute. They're like, oh, should I go? Should I not go? If
Uh,
you're wondering if you should go, you need to go.
yeah.
I mean, if you ask yourself, do I really need to go? Yes, you need to go.
Yeah. And it's such a good
So
vibe. It's such a good vibe.
it is. It is.
People are so friendly. And actually, right before we jumped on, we were talking about, um, you know, the people that, inquire about booking a photo booth who don't want to talk. They just text me a price. It's like, how
Right.
to overcome that. That's going to be one of the things that I'm going to be picking people's brains
Mhm.
at the show. There is a couple good speakers. There's a master class, I think, on that.
Mhm.
We'll get to that in a little bit because we're going to go through
Right.
the agenda for the show. We're going to take a look at the floor, but that's like one of the things that I'm going to personally be trying to pick on. Um, just get just get over that hump.
Right.
Just send me a price. It's not just about a price. So,
No, it's not. It's not. And I was telling you how I deal with those kind of those people is I can close 90% plus,
yeah.
on the phone call,
Hmm.
that initial call. So when they say, "Can you
Yep.
just send me price or what do you offer?" And I tell people, "Listen, I offer so many different things. Let's talk for a few minutes and let's put together something that works for you."
Yeah.
When you're talking to them, you can find out if they have a budget or what they're looking for, if they've been in booths before, what did they like, you
Hmm.
know ask them about their event if it's a wedding, because I've talked to a ton of moms, that are putting these together for their daughters and getting information and find out about their daughters and what
Oh
they like
yeah.
to do, and just talk to them about not just photo booths. Kind of, you only have a few minutes to get to know them, because you have that quick pitch, but it's get it out there.
Yeah. And one of the things I wanted to show you guys, talking about that, Alan Berg speaking twice at the show. Um, and this is the guy that dissects it like a freaking surgeon, all these different topics. So, I have to go. I have to go to see Alan Berg because every time I see him, and we had him on the show here, that was like, Alan, if you're watching or if you watch this, that was like free education for Dave and myself and everybody else that watched. So thank you
Yep.
for coming on. But I'm going to your seminars because I get something valuable out of this. And whether he tries to or not, that question's going to get answered. And he's going to you're going to walk away with a few ideas. I guarantee it. And I'm going to pick his brain on that if I see him. But Alan Berg is definitely going to help answer that question, and many
Yeah.
others.
Yep. So
Uh,
let's build some excitement here. Let's go through the
do it.
speakers that are going to be presenting.
Yep. Let's first talk
You
because
know,
education is the key, right? So
that's right.
that's what you really should be trying. If anything, it's not. Yes, take a look and touch and feel the equipment. We've talked on that before, but the education to better your business, to better yourself, to help traject yourself and your business. This is what it is. So Alan Berg, right?
Right.
We talked about that one. Steve Bleiser. Tell me a little bit about Steve Bleiser because you know a lot about Steve Bleiser than I do.
Chef. Well, Steve came out of like nowhere and just kind of stepped in front of the industry early on because he was doing some amazing things, in England, in the UK, and in Australia. And his the way he was marketing, the way he was doing his marketing, and the things that he was offering were well above a lot of other companies,
Mm-hmm.
even successful ones here in the United States.
Yeah.
And he just, when he spoke at the expo, you know, he pretty much told it like it was. You know, most of your websites suck, and you need to focus on your customers and put together something and give it to them.
Yeah. And he
Be
says
prepared.
he basically talks about keeping things simple. I'm a big believer in keeping things simple and try not to overthink. You definitely want to be prepared, for things that can break or, things that can go wrong. Your emergency
Right.
kits, backup equipment, backup phone, personnel, etc. But that's going to be interesting for a lot of people. So because a lot of things can happen and your brain can go in a million different directions. So I think his is probably going to be you know, great for those people who are scatterbrained, right? It's like just don't go overboard. Just kind of keep it simple. So that's going to be an interesting thing to watch.
he
Um,
he he puts it together so well,
yeah,
you know, that if you pay attention, you're going to get so many nuggets from his presentation. I love listening to Steve, um, and when he speaks because it, you may not think you're learning anything, or because he does sometimes come off a little. Um, I, I don't know what I'm trying to say. He comes off a little brash sometimes,
okay,
but I'll tell you what.
honest.
he's he's earned it, and but he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah,
So if you listen to him and you're able to kind of pick the fruit that he's offering to you, you're gonna come away with like some really great content
yeah.
for
It's
your
nice to
business.
have people that aren't going to sugar. I mean, some people are good at sugarcoating, and people take that, one way
Yep.
versus being like a drill sergeant. Some people need a drill sergeant. So I guess you can kind of say he's kind of like a drill sergeant a little bit.
Yeah. I like I said, when we used to do PBPI, which was kind of like the mastermind and things like that. Um, when Steve would speak, it was like people
Hmm.
were just mesmerized.
I'm seeing a common theme here, right? And this goes back again to where we started with, was like that person who just wants a price and they want to text it and they
Right.
want to talk on the phone, is selling the experience. So Allenberg right here says selling the experience. Very next one. If you look in the fine description, that word experience, experience first, money second. So
Hmm.
that's something that we're going to take away from this. That the photo booth is, there's a million photo booths out there, and yeah, there's an iPad, or yeah, there's a DSLR camera, or it takes pictures, but conveying to the customer that it's not just pictures. There is interaction. There is
Uh-huh.
an experience that happens, and
Mhm.
some companies are better at the experience than others, and really that's going to dictate your value and price. And that should help dictate your value and price. So
Well, but
I'm
it's
seeing
it's
it.
not just your wedding market. It's also if you're looking to get into the corporate events.
Hmm.
Like I know Aldo was doing some work for I think Fanatics for the Super Bowl recently.
Okay.
Like this past weekend, I know he was doing some stuff in Philadelphia and Kansas City. At the same time for Dick's Sporting Goods. Well, he was creating the experience that they were looking for those events. That's key. That's kind of what they want to see. That's what you want to present if you're
Yeah.
looking at getting into that world.
Yeah. It's all about the experience. It's like, yes, you
Yeah.
got the equipment, but what are you doing? What's making you different? The differentiator.
Right.
Bill, he's going to be there. He was on the show recently. Troubleshooting your photo booth, which is huge. Knowing your equipment, and I think he does this a lot, and he's the go-to person for troubleshooting. Shane Satin is really good at that too. He's like,
Yeah.
I'd say up there, but he's not presenting at PBX. I think he's at the Chit Chat photo booth retreat,
Yeah.
with
Yep.
Sharon. But yeah, Bill's going to be there. Um, this I'm not familiar with Scott and Darren. This should be interesting. Name, brand, and reputation from theft. So
So, prime example. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of posts lately, mostly from our friend Zach,
yeah,
who he's backtracking his photos
Luth.
and looping back to companies that are stealing his stuff.
It's insane.
They're muddying up his brand.
Mm-hmm.
So protecting that is key. And there are places you can go and things that you can do to kind of help protect yourself. But ultimately, it's not cool to steal someone else's stuff. And if anybody's out there and you borrowed or you took, I'm not saying borrowed because borrowed would imply that you're giving it back. If you're taking stuff from other people's websites, please stop.
Yeah,
Please get your own content, or go on a stock site, but mostly use your own content. Take
yeah,
some pictures. Bring some friends for a party and take pictures and use that. Invest in yourself by another one would be sign up for photo booth marketing. They have videos on there, they have photos on there that you can use
uh-huh.
for your marketing. That they're unbranded.
Yep,
You're paying them. They're allowing you to use those for your website, your social media feeds.
yeah,
You know, pay if you're going to take something from somebody, you know, ask them.
yeah.
Because maybe
Okay.
maybe someone says, "Hey, yeah, you know what, you can use that picture from my website." but you're not conveying what you do. You're taking someone else's hard work and you're saying, "Oh, I did this."
Yeah.
That's not right. It's stealing, plain and simple.
Yeah. So that'll be
So I'm looking forward to that one very much so.
yeah. And photo booths beyond weddings, making money with other events. It should be interesting because Jordan St. Jacques is an SEO. He's an entrepreneur in the digital space. So it'll be interesting to find out what his angle on this. So I'm interested to hear about that. That's Monday at 4 p.m.
Right.
Um, then we've got corporations and LLC secret strategies. Again, that's kind of a little bit higher level than your average just coming into the photo booth industry. I would assume because most people don't who are starting these don't know what an LLC is, and I see the
Well,
questions.
that's the thing. A lot of people are set up as DBAs,
Yeah.
or may not even be set up with a real business.
Yep.
So if you're looking to kind of legalize and formalize your business, that's probably going to be one of the great seminars to get in to kind of learn some tips and tricks
Hmm.
on how to set up, how to get started with an LLC.
Yeah, and there's different levels of LLC, right?
Absolutely,
So which one
absolutely.
should you be joining? So he'll go over that. I don't want to talk over everybody's head. It goes over my head too. So um, then after that's done, guess what? There's a party that starts at
Party.
8 p.m. sponsored by Max Design. If you look below, that's a sponsor of the show tonight. So Max Design is our first official sponsor.
Max
Um,
Designs. What do they make? Art.
they make photo booths and DJ gear, and you can check out their stuff at DannyMax.com, the official website for all of his products, and they're amazing. He's got unveiling of a new product line that's going to be coming out at PBX. So
I'm
be
so
sure to check.
excited.
Yeah,
I saw some posts from the shop that he kind of put out there, and I saw some of the prep for some of the new product, and I'm like,
yeah.
I'm so excited.
It's been teased, but you got to be in the Max Design user group, and the only way to be in the Max Design user group is to be a Max Design customer.
Right.
But I'm excited. They're going to have the DJ consoles on the stage for the DJs to use at night. I'm personally going to be walking around and roaming all over the place with the mobile Mac, the mobile Macs, which is part of the Curve Duo, which are going to be Curve Duo's photo booths all around there too. So we're just going to be helping to create an amazing opening night. I'm looking for. I did it last year. It was crazy. It was awesome.
Right.
So
It was a lot of fun.
the
That
DJs
all
were
the parties
phenomenal.
last year were off the chain,
Yeah,
off the. I don't
uh,
know. I think that's what the young kids say.
off the chain, off the hook. It's lit. Something like that.
Lit, fire. I don't know.
And then next morning, Scott Favor, he's awesome. This is a guy. If you're not too hungover in the morning, you can make it for breakfast. And last year I did, and I was hungover, but I still made it. I had my bagel sandwich in hand. I sat in the front row. Scott goes over. He is the game master, and essentially interaction with your guests is the overall experience that he tries to help people with. They're not just stand behind a DJ facade or even for the photo booth people out there, not just to be standing next to
There's some
equipment doing
fun little
nothing.
things that you can do with people while they're waiting in line. You
Yeah,
know, have fun with them. So
fun
it's all about the experience first and
experience.
foremost,
Yep.
and the interaction that you have with your customers, guests,
Hmm.
and your guests.
Again, experience. It's an experience, creating an experience. I think that's what everybody's going after. Chuck Eckert, he's been doing this for years. So tell me a little bit about Chuck Eckert, Dave.
So Chuck's, I mean, he's like a marketing guru. Um, from what I understand, from what I've seen of him in the past, he's going to be showing, why you make money. What what are some things that you can do to make money, with the photo booth.
Let's just take a
I'm
look at
sure he's
this
going to have some
description
things
here.
that are outside the norm.
Yeah, here's the description here. One way of making lots of money. Introduction and ideas, proven ways to make money with photo booths, from first timers to seasoned pros, something for everyone, and lots of giveaways. Oh, there's going to be some giveaways. All right, so that's another
Right
thing.
there,
Some of
that
these,
alone you have to be there.
dude. So yeah, so I didn't even realize that. There's a lot of stuff on photobooth expo.com, guys. So go to photoboothexpo.com. It has all the agenda. But I'm finding out now that if you show up to some of these seminars, you might be getting something. You may, I don't know who's going to be giving away. There's might be a book that's given away. Obviously, Chuck's giving away something. He's got some prizes, so that should be fun.
Right.
All right, let's go back. Um, 17 ways you're killing new sales opportunities. Okay.
So
Judd,
is that's Todd Judd?
that's Judd.
So
Yeah. So that could be also answer our question of how to get these sales in that just want
sure.
to
So
text only.
Judd kind of runs Check Cherry
Okay.
CRM systems, and it's a great product if anybody's out there and you're looking for something that can handle your photo booth business and DJ business. I mean, there are many out there,
Hmm.
um, but I Check Cherry is really good.
Yeah, I
It's
heard it's.
one of the top.
Yeah, I heard it's one of the top two.
Yep.
I've got some friends that use that for their websites, and they really love it. So that's
So
cool.
Judd's probably definitely going to show you some marketing ways.
Okay. Then we've got Ursula from Photo Booth Marketing. Not how to hypothetically market a photo booth business, but how to actually market a photo booth business. So she has years and years of experience in marketing. She is the founder of photoboothmarketing.com,
Hmm.
doing a fantastic job. I mean, she is a bull in a china shop. And when I talk to you about that drill sergeant, she's got the drill sergeant type of mentorship temperament, and she will, no questions asked. There's no excuse not to go to her for Photo Booth Mastermind if you can go, but also to her seminars because she really gets you in shape. She whips you into shape. Period. That's what she
Right.
does. So there's no excuse for not marketing your business, and she tells you
Right.
straightforward.
So Ursula, I've known her since they first stepped into the photo booth area over here in the United States. Her and obviously Sammy,
Mm-hmm.
who if you haven't met them, you've got to stop by their booth and just what can I say? They'll help you take your business to the next level. It's phenomenal.
It's like when you talk to them, I just you get hypnotized. It's like there's
Yeah.
just something
Yeah.
about those two. It's completely amazing. So, Ursula, Sammy, can't wait to see you again. And hopefully we can see your seminars. Danny Brewer, we had him on the show.
Yep.
And he teased a little bit about the selfie museums when he was on the show.
Yep.
So he's going to talk about that as a second, either maybe a main opportunity or a side opportunity. And some people may find that as a good alternative because you have the equipment, right? It's photography based. You are renting out a facility and then transform that facility into little module areas for people to come in and take selfies with, and it's really cool. So I don't know if there's any imagery on here, probably not.
Let's face it. Teenagers love to take selfies of themselves. And
That's
if
it.
you create little rooms that are kind of fun and different, they'll spend $20 to go, for an hour and take pictures in these little rooms or, do TikToks or Snapchats. And, I and I can honestly say I've been to one because we have one in our local area.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a few in our local area, and I actually went to, and it is a lot of fun. And they change them up every so often. Um, I know Min also has one, I think, in Austin, and watching him as he was setting everything up and how he's changed the rooms and things like that. It's very cool.
Yep.
There's quite a few out there.
Yeah. And I went to the Philadelphia Museum of Illusions, which is very similar. And it was popular, very packed. I took pictures. So I actually used some of them for my Facebook profile. It's that good.
Right.
So the kids loved it too. Alan Berg. Where did we hear that name before? Oh, he's speaking the day before as well. The man's all over the place, and he's doing a private one-on-one on that. If you go to alanberg.com, you'll see he's doing an additional private, very small ticket availability for a special one-on-one session with him. But he's got another seminar. So again, uh, double trouble with Alan there. Sharon Reed, she's again the guests that have been on the show are like all the speakers. Importance of community over competition.
That's, you know what, she is so awesome. I've heard her speak. I've watched her from, when she first stepped into this industry, and she has just, you know in, stepped way beyond that. A lot of people that came in around the same time of her. She is just so driven
Uh-huh.
and has just done so much. I'm honored to have her as a friend, and like she's going to be speaking about community over competition
Uh-huh.
in the Washington area. She she's done so much with networking and helping other companies in her area, and she's built such a solid network there
Yeah.
that it's really phenomenal.
Yep. And she runs Chit Chat Photo Booth, and they have retreats. She recently had a Facebook Live that I got to catch where she was showing one of the spaces that they're going to be doing. I guess part of the get together for the retreat that she's having, and
Right.
it's almost set up like a selfie museum, like what Danny Brewer's doing. There's like a
Yep.
different themes all throughout this room, so they're going to get you know pampered, and they're going to get headshots, all kinds of good stuff there. So can't wait to see Teron as well.
Right.
Um, Finally, the floor opens at 5 p.m. on Tuesday.
Hold it. We have an effect for this.
We do. That would
We
be.
do
Well,
have
I got to pick.
we
Not that
No,
one.
that's not the right one.
This one? No, that's the DJ
No.
one. This one.
No, no. There you go.
It
That's what we're looking
opens.
for.
I'll save the party noise for the party. But this is where everybody's like jam packed in the hall. You can feel the excitement, and yeah, it's pretty incredible. And this is where everybody's like shaking hands, and meeting people, and
Yeah.
talking, and getting their
That
badges. And
line just gets phenomenally long as,
it's a
before those
mob.
doors open.
And
It's
then when those doors
crazy.
open, it's like people just running.
It is.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the floor right over here.
Can you zoom in on that?
I don't know how much I can zoom in. I'll try. Let's see here. Yeah, here we
Let me
go.
see if
Here we go. I can zoom,
okay.
and I can scan around too. This is great. Technology
Okay.
is wonderful. So here's the entrance right in front of Imaging Spectrum. Um, So I'm actually going to go to Imaging Spectrum. They've got some cool things over there, and I will be, when I can, getting some footage so that we can show our audience some of the cool things that we shot at the show. So Imaging Spectrum has a new printer that Steve was talking about. I actually called Imaging Spectrum to get on the list, and they transferred me over to Steve. And as you all know, there's a problem getting the DNP um, RH1 or RX1 HSs. It's
Yeah.
almost impossible to get new ones. So I said, was there one comparable? He said, yes. So, and he said, there's plenty of them, and paper is plentiful.
Yep.
And so I'm going to go and test this printer out on the floor, take a video of this, and maybe even trying to do a live stream. Um, nothing against like DNP, but people need printers. We need
Right.
equipment to run our business. So hopefully this other printer is going to be the one that we're going to be looking at least for my business too. So,
Sure.
but right here is where we open up. So where do you want to go, Dave? Where are you
Well,
going first?
let's start from the far side and work our way towards the MEX side. No, the other way.
All right. Okay.
Yep. So Let me bring up my own here on my side so we kind of have a reference to work off of.
Okay.
Uh, there we go. So, against the wall here, um, we have Spin Cam, which is Eddie.
Yep.
Um, so Eddie's one of the originators, or he 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 claims that he invented the 360 booth first, which you know I
It's a big debate.
can't. Yeah, it's
There
um,
was an argument that somebody said we slapped Orca Views in the face by saying that the Roamer was even slightly an inspiration to the 360. It's like it's just a reference. It's
sure.
they may have been invented before the roaming booth, but I really firmly believe that you saw the roamer out on the floor at PBX before you saw the 360, right? Am I wrong on that?
Right.
Right. So, but anyway, um, lots of 360. So Eddie Barber's got the 360, but it's a spin one,
Yep.
the one on the top, right?
I think he yeah. Well, I think he does the manual ones
Yeah.
as well as the overhead ones too. So,
Okay.
LED signs. I think that's Brian Goldberg.
Okay.
Not 100% sure. Um, and
Prop
prop
trunk.
trunk.
Yep. Lots of props.
So, yep. Mr. What's it? Mr.
Mr.
Magic
Magic.
Design. Not familiar with that one.
We'll find out. We will
Yeah.
find out. Props to
Props to
you.
you.
Yeah, they were actually on the other side of the floor last year.
They were. Yep. Yep.
They had a nice selection of props.
Yep. And Zentek, which
Hmm.
they make 360 booths, which I
Yep.
personally own. They have the mix up booth, which is their photo booth, which I think I might be getting at this show.
Okay.
I might be picking one of those up. I'm not sure yet. Um, and then I think they do the bullet time too videos, uh, video systems.
Yep.
So, um, and then what do we got? We got DJ Trivia.
Yep.
Obviously, that's for events.
Yeah, and that's
So
interesting. That's on the
anybody,
photo booth side, but
right?
man, that's I have no problems with that D-Day stuff in the photo booth side. I do both,
Yeah.
so it makes it easy on me.
And Yoda booth. I believe they're out of Europe. Very cool designs. I've always liked the Yoda booth. They've been around for quite a few years,
Okay.
so that's very cool. Uh, Paper Cut Design Shop.
Yep.
Um, Another prop design company,
Yeah. Doesn't
and
that's also the guest books too, right?
yep,
The first one, at least
yep,
that I know of, that had the custom photo
yep,
strip printed pages before
yep.
everybody else started getting into it.
Next, we have Ray Borgia Associates. So
Hmm.
Ray does the LED dance floors. He does photo booths. You know, so he always has an impressive display every year.
Yeah.
So that's definitely going to be good. And then right across from him is the Orca View,
Yep.
which is one of the I say the originators of the 360 because they were doing them before a lot of other people.
Yeah,
Um,
I tried to. I want to get them on the show because I want to hear the story about Orchiview and hey, if it's interesting. There's a lot of 360s out there, and if they were the originator of it, I want to hear that story. And I think our
yep,
guests want to hear that too. So no slap in the face intended. We just want to know. We want to educate everybody.
right. So we've got Lush Party Studio props.
Yeah,
Um, Obviously, we know who that is.
yeah. Alicia Garcia. She was on last week, and she's got a sticker
Absolutely.
waiting for me. And if you watch
Yep.
the last episode, you'll get an idea of how to get an extra percent off of your order from Lush Party Studio. So go check out. I'll give you a hint. It's close to the end of the video, but at least go check it out.
But yes, you got to check that out. Paper Cuts and Woodworks
Yep.
is awesome. They're actually local to us,
Yeah.
and they do a lot of the scrapbooks, the
Hmm.
pages. They do custom pages for scrapbooks.
and
as well as some of the like the mustaches and things like that.
the thumb drives, the custom laser
And
thumb
they
drives.
custom, which I use their custom engraved thumb drives all the time for my customers.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Behind next down we have Media Share.
Hmm.
So another product that I use. It's phenomenal for sharing photos, gifs, videos via QR code.
Yep.
Don't need internet. It's great. You can use it for 360. I use it for my photo booths and my 360s that are out there, and customers can download their stuff right to their phone. So you don't have to worry about oh, I got bad internet and nothing's uploading.
Which
People
one's
scan the QR code, it goes right to their phone.
that's media share, right?
That's Media Share. Yep.
Okay.
US DJA Mobile Beat. I believe that's just an information booth, if I'm not mistaken.
Is Mobile Be coming
Um,
back with the print magazine? I think they just
I,
announced.
I've heard that.
They announced it.
Um,
They announced it. It's been
did
announced.
they?
Yeah.
I Okay.
So
So that's awesome.
that's DJ booth number two infiltrating the photo booth side.
That's okay. That's okay. So
Love.
we got Bell Link Tech. I've never heard of that, so I can't speak to that one.
Well, yeah, it'd be interesting because
Boothwebsite.com.
I thought
I do.
Bell got split back in
What's
the
that?
80s. I think Bell got split.
Oh.
Ma Bell. We're gonna find out.
Yep. So boothwebsite.com. They've been around for a few years, and they do some pretty cool stuff too.
Hmm.
That's very good. Selfie Box. I believe they make like some iPad booths and things like that. Booth Workshop. Not 100% sure with that one. Um, and then across the back, next we have Yo Props,
Hmm.
which is self-explanatory.
Yep.
That's Julia, and she does so many amazing things, especially for the women's conference, which will be um, going on just outside in the lobby area, in the room next to the registration.
Yeah, and the VIP lounge, the women's conference
And they
VIP
got a
lounge is right there.
VIP lounge,
That's
and
it.
then next to her they have Cherie with Photo Booth Talk.
Yep.
Cherie does amazing strip designs, and she's one of the originators when it comes to strip creators and stuff to
Hmm.
make it easy for people that aren't creative like myself to be able to offer some amazing designs to customers and take claim for everything,
Yep. Hey, anything to make my job easier.
right? So then we got Selfic and Photo Booth University. Not familiar with those two vendors,
Yeah, I think photo.
unfortunately.
I did take a look at Photo Booth University. That's interesting. I think they're just getting started. The
Okay.
site's not quite developed all the way yet. They're getting, but it's education. I think what they're doing is right now they're giving away a free white labeling course, so you can go to Photo Booth University. I think it's .com,
Okay.
and then they're building tutorials for um, employees, right? So training modules to train your employees. So kind of like make which is great because it's hard to know where to start to train your employees, right? And
Right.
from opening up the photo booth to assembling the photo booth to troubleshooting the photo booth.
Sure.
And it looks to me like it's not just photo booths in general. They're going to go to specific manufacturing.
Oh,
The
very cool.
manufacturers say this is how you do a Mobi booth. This is how you do a Max booth. This is how
Right.
you do. We'll see, but that's what I've seen on the website so far.
Cool. So next we have DNP. Obviously,
Mhm.
people are going to be there to pick it. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
But
I used the WMC2. That came in
yep.
handy last weekend because the internet was not allowing my printer to print. I could do the Wi-Fi. I could text and send emails of the images, but the DNP WCM2 came in really handy because it's just the venue wouldn't let me print.
So across the way there we have Snapic.
Yep.
Obviously one of the leaders in the iPad softwares that are out there.
Uh-huh.
I consider them one of the top three. We have Aircast Pro, which I believe are the USB for printers,
Yep.
if I'm not mistaken.
It's another version. Yep.
Um, every booth I've seen them, really different design. Breeze, which is one of the originators of the photo booth software that's out there. That's the first product I ever learned on was
I still
Breeze.
use it. That's what I
Yeah,
use. I've been trying to go to the dark side. Everyone said go to darkroom. It's like, oh, I'm so used to Breeze, and it hasn't failed me yet.
sure. I use Breeze. Well, I use multiple softwares. I use what software works best for the event that I'm doing.
Yeah.
So that's the key. Photo printer outlet. Obviously you're going to be able to pick up some good deals on some printers there.
Uh-huh.
Behind them, we have Photo Booth Supply Company. That's Brandon, and you'll be able to meet. They're just so stylish. I mean, the salsa booth, the queso and guac, and salsa booth. You know, I
I'm gonna
just
have
get
some
hungry
after
every
this,
time
man.
I talk
I've got
about
case upstairs. I'm having some after this. I know it's supposed to eat while it's late, but um, something really quick about Photo Booth Supply Company. They are doing on the floor. I think they're gonna have some short little seminars, and they're doing
it.
an
Yeah,
offsite. I think Wednesday night. I think is the night or Tuesday night. They're throwing their own party, so contact them. It's like
right.
food and drink that they're going to throw an offsite party at some point.
But Catalina, if you're able to uh, get a hold of Catalina for a few minutes and pick her brain, you will walk away and your head will explode because she is just amazing with the stuff that she knows and is able to put out there. So you got Alan Berg, which
Yep,
I think I've heard that name a few times tonight somewhere.
just a
Can't remember
couple.
where. So he'll have a book. He'll have his booth there, and I'm sure he'll have some of his books and probably some of his seminars on either video or audio maybe.
Yep,
So definitely check that out. PBA, I believe, is the Photo Booth Association.
yep.
So that is
That's
a
Hugo, right?
what's that?
That's Hugo Drax.
Yes.
Yep,
So that is essentially insurance and discounts for manufacturers, kind of an association that
yep,
photo booth owners can join. Save a little bit of money on some things.
yeah.
And then across the way from there, we have Booth Active. Booth Active is a great company. So, um, they're gonna have their stuff that they have there. Um, you got to check it out. I mean, backdrops, booths, everything.
Yep.
Um, I I can't say enough about their stuff. I don't want to sound like I'm pitching it, but I'm pitching
No,
it.
I think that
So
there's
we
a
have
lot about.
Symphonia,
Yep,
RTAI printers. Check Cherry is right next to them, and Judd, who's going to be presenting, and like I said, one of the best CRMs that's out there in the industry. So it's very cool. And you have Mobus, which they have a really different design for theirs.
uh-huh.
Um, I kind of always like they're like more slim
Okay,
with the Mobus. So you got to definitely check those out. Photo booth owners design shop. That is, if I'm not mistaken, they do just like photo booth talk. They do
okay,
photo shoot designs.
all right.
And then behind that, you have the Moby booth, which is probably one of the leaders in the iPad booths out there.
Uh-huh.
They've been around for many years. Mike Bender and Mike Davis are the co-owners, I believe, and they now have they have the roamers, they have the iPad booths, they've got the 362, I believe. So you definitely check them out.
And don't they also own photoboothtemplates.com? They run that as well.
Maybe yes, yes, they do. Maybe that's what I was thinking with the photo booth owners design shop.
It could be their new name. We're going to find out. Something
Yeah,
new.
I may have misspoken, and if I did, I apologize, Mike. Um, and next you have imaging spectrum and darkroom software.
Yep. Now you've helped
Wow.
them. You've helped out Darkroom in the past, haven't you, or was it DNP?
I've worked with darkroom throughout many years there, and imaging spectrum,
Okay.
and now just so everybody knows, if any of the vendors are looking for an extra hand, please shoot me a DM. I'd be glad to. I don't think I really have anything
Cherie,
scheduled
Cherie was
for
looking for
the.
some people.
What's that?
Cherie was looking for some people. I saw an email from her. So if anybody else does,
Yeah,
I don't know if she has a
I
film.
think she got swamped with people. I think.
I bet she had a pretty good
You know.
deal. She sweetened the pot,
Yeah.
and I'm sure she got somebody to help out.
Yeah. And like I said, she's just I love her to death. She is so awesome. I'm so excited to see her. So
Spot My
across the way we have
Photos.
what's
That's
that?
Spot My Photos is next on top of Darkroom
Yep.
Software.
Yep. Spot my photos. So if anybody, I believe that's Ryan. I can't think of Ryan's last name off the top of my head, but Spot My Photos is very cool. So what it does is it uses some AI that it will actually go out and track pictures of you
Yep. Facial
that are
recognition.
out there,
It's
and
got
kind
yeah.
of bring them into a gallery for you.
Yeah,
It's
it's
kind of
really
creepy.
it's
It's kind
AI.
of
It's
creepy.
got facial recognition. Literally,
Yes.
that's what it does. It
Yep.
says, "All right, this is every shot you were in." It is creepy,
Yep.
but cool at the same time.
And I found pictures that I never thought would be out on the internet, but apparently they are. So, and if you find one and show it to me, I'll buy you a drink.
Oh,
Um,
there you go. Careful.
so
You better bring
you
your
know,
your platinum card, Dave.
exactly. So across there we have Touch Picks, which is one of the other top 360s, iPad, iPhone software and
Hmm.
photo booth, iPad software, photo booth stuff.
Yep.
Um, those guys are just crushing it. Um, SnapPick, TouchPick, and Curator are
Yeah.
like the three tops in my book, in my opinion, from what's out there. Um, Next, you have Boothify and Revo Spin,
Yep.
both
Another
two
two
great
sixties.
companies. Revo Spin with the 360s, and I believe they also have booths too. That might be the Boothify.
Okay.
Um, but definitely really good product. Um, they've kind of been an innovator. They've had some technology out there throughout the years that has really kind of stepped up the game. Love their designs, especially some of their 360s. And so, yeah, definitely that's a booth that you want to check out. Um,
Eco Shine.
Eco Shine, have no idea who that is.
I hope it's not shoe shining because a lot of people out there are wearing sneakers
Right.
and not the
Well,
dress shoes.
definitely
But
me.
we'll find
I'll be
out.
one of them.
Fun event app. I got to
Fun
take
event
a look at
app.
these. Yeah. What is that?
Yes, that's like a booking app for event people. Kind of like Check Cherry
Okay.
or
Booth
or
book,
uh, Booth Book.
DJ
Yes,
event planner,
you know,
DJ
DJ event
intelligence,
planner, that type of thing.
queue.
I've actually seen the event fun event app. It is actually really cool. So next we have Premium One backdrops.
Yep.
I gotta say their designs are very cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they have at the show. So definitely very cool to see them. And
Yeah.
then next you have one of the masters of our photo booth industry, LA Photo Party. Um, they're going to probably have all their different products. They just do so much they have so many different designs that are, just really kind of standards,
Yeah.
for that premium booth. And right next to them, Photomaster. Uh, same thing. The
Mm.
mirror booths that they have. Um, those are two companies right there that have incredible customer service. It's crazy.
Yeah, and we're
Um,
gonna have LA
I mean,
Photo Party on, I think, in a coming episode. I think next month we're gonna
okay,
have them on the show.
good, good. Um, so then moving across the aisle here, we have Booth Book, which is one of the modern like Check Cherry.
Hmm.
Um, Booth Book is one of the products that I use. Photo booth marketing. Kind of wonder. I think I've heard of them before somewhere.
Somewhere,
Not really sure where
all over the place.
exactly. So you got to stop and see, Ursula and Sammy and just everybody. Is it? I think George will be there too.
Hmm.
So it's just next level marketing for your company. Behind them, Lamoda, they do iPad booths.
Okay.
Um, Very unique design. They use the tripod mounts
Yeah, that's right.
for their designs, and they're just kind of very classy. I think.
Hmm.
Haidao, I
I doubt
don't know
I know
anything
who they are. Get it? I doubt I know who they are.
about.
That dad joke.
But
I have that. I have it over here.
there we go. There we go.
I'm a little slow to react. It's getting late.
I know. I know.
Um, but I want to go back to Lamoda real quick. So
Huh?
there's a different style of booth for everybody. Um, so don't think that any one booth is going to be the crush it all. Um, go for what your style is. Again, it's experience and what helps someone with their, I guess, emanate experience is their confidence in their booth. That it helps you sell it too. So. Like you said, the tripod booth is a very interesting and unique looking design. I actually saw somebody
Right.
out there on Facebook in one of the groups, not a photo booth group, but a local community group. They wanted a vintage looking booth. I was like, I can't offer them anything. So, but somebody else
Right.
is going to offer them that.
Yeah. So I mean, they make like regular booths too, but I mean their iPad booths that they have are
Hmm.
just they're really nice,
Yeah.
and there's several different styles. So you
Give me.
know, quality is probably one of the best out there. I will
Hmm.
say. Known them for quite a few years. So
That's cool.
they're very kind of modern looking, and there's a retro kind of feel and a modern feel to it. So definitely worth checking that out.
All right. So this at the very top there to the left, if you have any peanut allergies, you've got peanut butter photo booth. What is that about? It's
I want to open
like
up,
jelly
up
for
a
that.
company called Jelly Time Photo Booth just so we could be right next to each other.
I need
Like it
some
could be
bread.
peanut butter jelly time photo booth. No,
Oh my god. Right next to prop culture,
right.
rowboat photo booth. What is that?
So the Robo Photo Booth, they were on the other side last year,
Okay.
and if it's the one that I'm thinking of, it's actually kind of like an R2D2 kind of robot
Okay.
that has the camera built in that you can kind of control and
Oh.
wheel it around.
Oh, I saw that one. Is that they have like a little remote control and they're sitting off the side. It's like going all around the
Yep,
venue. People,
yep,
it's kind of
yep,
creepy in a sense, but cool at the same time. Creepy and cool. There is that saying again.
yep.
Uh,
Um,
yeah, go ahead.
I don't know what the next one is. Next
Ne-
Performance,
next experience. Next
period,
experience. Next experience.
experience.
Yeah.
Not
There's
familiar with them.
nope. We'll find out.
Event Event Intelligence, another one just like Booth Book and Check Cherry, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Um, Mirror Booth Animations.
Uh-huh.
Um, they
Lola
have
soap.
a what's that?
Lola soap. I think that's
Right.
somebody selling
Well,
soap.
listen, you're going to need soap to clean off your props after someone like myself uses them.
See
So
somebody taking a shower on the floor. It's like, what are you doing? I was at
da da
Lola soap.
da 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 da.
Uh,
Maybe we could get Sammy. Maybe we could get Sammy from Photo Booth Marketing to go over and just put a towel on and stand next to it,
he'll,
just for a
he'll
picture.
he'll go there, yeah, with just a towel on. That's
Or
don't
George.
dare him. He'll
We
do
can
it.
probably get George to do it.
Oh my god.
I'm
Um,
just throwing out ideas, for crazy things. Um,
that's,
Down across from Photomaster and LA Photo Party, we have ATA Photo Booths.
yep.
That's Marlin, and yeah, they have, geez, they have a ton of different design booths. For the entry, moderate levels. Very modern looking, uh, very budget friendly. So that's I like ATA. Their stuff's very very cool. And then next to him we have the one and only Brian from PB Backdrops,
Uh-huh.
and then we have now. I know Brian's going to have a ton of different backdrop designs there.
Yep.
He'll have the featherless boas, and now I'm going to tell you, if you use boas or you don't use boas, get these featherless ones because they
They're good.
are crazy awesome.
Yeah. They
My
don't
customers absolutely flip over
same
those
here.
boas.
I wanted to ask you about that though, because I love them. I had them. I stopped using them during COVID. I'm about to bring them back, but I have a problem with them. And and I'm being transparent here because that's what we are. We're transparent. Um, they get caught in girls' earrings all the time, or their hair things. What do you do? A tip to avoid that? I will actually put it on and take it off for them. But that's the only problem I have with them. They get caught in earrings, and I'm afraid that someone's gonna
They
bleed.
get caught on glasses. They get caught on earrings. They
Yeah,
get caught on different things. Yeah, I all I do is I just kind of snap the material, um,
yeah.
to let it loose.
That's a good thing. It's
It's
easily snappable, which is good.
yeah, you really don't notice it that much in the pictures, because it is like a fluffy kind of ribbony material.
But do you do the same thing also? Do you put it around them to kind of help?
No,
Uh,
I let my customers make themselves up. You
okay.
know, let them do their thing.
Okay.
They know how they want it to look.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, but I'm bringing them back. I'm bringing back the feather boas to my
I
setups.
I I I wash mine.
Oh,
They
featherless.
are machine washable,
Yep.
which is so nice. And I do bring sanitizing spray and Febreze because at the end of the night they can smell like 12 different types of perfume, which
They
can be kind of overwhelming.
yes, they do. They're very colorful and they're
Yes.
very absorbent of people's sweat, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so actually, after one event, the first event I had them, and I do this after every event, I clean them, but just
Yep.
the watching the water turn gray after you put those in there, it's like holy cow, that's from one event. So yeah,
Right.
they get washed after every event. So highly recommend get the feather boas, wash the
Yep.
earrings, but wash them after every event. Those are my tips for the featherless boas.
Right. Featherless boas. Yes.
Featherless boas.
Um, but yes, if you have backdrops, Brian will have probably his most popular designs for probably the 7.6 by 7.6 by and the 8x8s. He may even have, you can. He just has crazy deals
Oh,
that he
and
runs.
back props going to be there. Ed Altunian, he's going to be
Yeah.
bringing back props to that
Oh,
booth.
that's right. That's right. I
Yeah.
did see that. Yep.
Mhm.
And then next to them, you have Dustin from Pickbox.
Yep.
Um, iPad booths that are trendsetters. You know, the they're very cool.
Yeah,
He has models without the LED screens, and I love the ones that have the LED screens in them.
yeah, they're really
So you
neat.
can do. Go ahead.
Curators next.
Yeah. Well, what can we say? Curators, one of the top three iPad softwares
Agreed.
that are out there, and you know the ability to use. What's very cool is all these DSLRs or all these iPad softwares now are have the ability of connecting a um,
DSLR camera.
a DSLR camera, which is phenomenal because it takes that level of your picture to just a whole different level.
Yeah, I mean
So,
the new iPads have really good quality, but it does not beat a DSLR camera. Some people say, "Oh, it's your lighting."
right,
No, 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 no. A DSLR right now will beat an iPad camera hands down. But it's still good. The iPad camera is still really darn good.
right
Again, with good lighting, but it will not beat it. So
now.
you're right. It is nice that they're integrating the iPads with DSLR cameras. It's about time.
So the next thing we have is picture mosaics. Um, I believe that that's a local company to us, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, actually,
That might be
Al,
Al.
if you're
Yep.
watching, he went to Penn State. I went to Penn State, so you got two Penn State alum that are going to be right there. Very interesting technology,
That makes
including.
three of us. Thank you very much.
Oh, you didn't know you went to Penn State?
Yeah,
See, there you go. Maybe that's why this color of the screen's blue, right? We used the blue color.
that's why I'm attracted to blue.
But he's also got the drone. He's going to have the drone
Yes.
booth there. Drone
Yeah,
360.
he had it last year, and it was very cool. People were loving it. So
Yeah.
next we have Cocktail Claw. I've seen these machines. They are very cool. So literally, it's a claw machine that you could rent out for like weddings and stuff, and put like fun little favors in there for people.
Like little shot bottles. Those
Yeah,
little airplane shot bottles.
sure,
That's
sure.
crazy.
You could probably put all kinds of stuff. Roamer booth. I'm assuming that's going to be one of the iPad type roamers.
Okay.
Not familiar with it off the top of my head. It's scary that I know a lot of these companies, but then again, they've been around for a while, so
Well, you also run Photo Booth Network, Facebook group, and all the vendors are posting, so it's kind of you have an advantage there.
yeah. But you know what? A lot of these vendors don't post, normally in the group, which is surprising because it's free advertisement to
Right.
people, you know, that they can post. So,
Maybe some
but
of them can go to Ursula's, how to market,
yeah,
and pick up a couple things and figure out
right.
how to market their products.
It's free. It's free. I don't charge for people to
Hey.
advertise their vendors in the group. I
Yeah.
do. I do for the banner, which we have 2024 banners available. Just throwing that out there for any vendors in
For
case
only
they're wondering.
19.95. Just kidding. That's not the real price. And look, there's more.
Speaking of more, we have CWCA. I have no idea who that is.
Yeah.
Bleep Share,
Yeah. What is Bleep Share again?
which Bleep Share is like sharing software,
Okay.
like Media Share.
Okay.
So you're able to share via QR code, and he's got some great like alternatives for non-internet um, ways to share videos and your photos from your booths and things like that. Do slideshow kind of things,
So if you're out in like
which
the
is
middle
very
of nowhere where there's no internet access, this would be a
right,
solution to that. Okay.
right. The retro guest book. Um, Not sure about that. I'm wondering if that might be one of the phones
Could
that are
be.
out there.
Yeah. So you're talking about
Photo
the
Brick,
audio guest books.
yeah, the audio, yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's going to
Uh,
be like
I,
you said it was available last year. this year I think that's going to be the big new hot item is the
I
audio
think
disc
it's going to
books,
be the hot new item this year. I agree.
the
I'm looking
so.
forward to it.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Um,
I've seen a few different companies do them, and there's a lot of options out there. And I hate to say it, I mean, you can even go on Etsy and find them. Like it's crazy. They're all over the place
sure,
now.
but we'd prefer to,
Yeah,
any of the vendors, that are
support
in
our
the group.
vendors.
We prefer, we refer them first.
Oh, absolutely.
Photo,
But again, I'm being transparent. They're going to be big, and there's going to be a lot of options out there.
right.
So it's going to be interesting to how that evolves over this year. Photo
So what
brick,
do we?
photo brick
Photo
is
brick.
next. Yeah.
Never heard of that one.
Yep.
EIX
Mm-hmm.
smooth.
S move.
I,
I don't know.
yeah.
Smooth. Smooth. I think smooth is it.
Um. So we're at the end of the wall
Yep. Z
between
lights.
Z Lights, LR Money Machine. Don't know. PB
Photo.
support,
Yeah, that's
photo
if
booth
you.
support.
Yeah, that one's cool.
So they do technical support. If I'm not mistaken, they do technical support for photo booth owners.
Uh-huh.
So you can call them if you're having an issue with your. They know the different softwares. So if you're having an issue, you can actually call them, and they'll help you troubleshoot over the phone if you're getting stuck or you can't reach the manufacturer.
Yep.
SPAC and Moustache. I believe Moustache isn't going to be there this year. I thought I
Yeah.
saw
It's another
somebody.
audio guest book companies coming in and took that
Yeah,
spot.
they took over that spot. Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. So we
And
got
then we have that one company that Danny Max.
never
They
heard of
seem
them
like they take up this whole big space there.
right here. I'm going to be personally be working at the Danny Max booth. I did the last 2 years. I'm going to be or last two expos. Doing it again. Again, transparency. I use the products. I love the products. I love Danny, I love Iris, and everybody there. So
Yep.
I asked, and I said, "Hell yeah!" So it's gonna be a lot of fun. He's got the um, new products coming out.
Yeah, very cool. And then you've got the MEX side, and I think Photopod is over there, and I think they were like a last minute or a late comer. But if
Photopod.
I remember correctly, Photopod is a new photo booth company.
Okay.
They may have been out for a few years, but they're very cool.
Now, right next to Max on that side, on that wall, is DJ Event Planner and Perfect Portals. Again, CRM or booking management and equipment management software. This is the one that I use. Um,
Right,
it's because I do DJ stuff. That's how I got into it, and then I got added on photo booths later. But I love DJ Event Planner, so
right.
definitely check that one out. Toad
Yeah, you
Mac.
know what? I've wanted to use it, but
Yeah,
I never got signed up for it.
yeah.
I probably should.
So there's Photopod up there on the left. That's what you were just talking
Yep,
about. Okay.
yep.
All the rest is DJ stuff after that. So we're not. This is the photo booth magazine show. We're just going to keep it the photo booth stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And there may be other ones that have been dropped in that we're not aware of, but this is kind of the overall of who's what and where.
Yep,
So and then well, we got outside the main entrance. You have the registration.
right there.
You've got the Strong Women's Conference.
Yep.
So if there are any ladies that have not signed up for that, please do so. If there's even tickets available,
I'm
because
telling you,
they
that's gonna they're gonna have to get a bigger room next expo. I feel.
yeah,
I just know they're gonna be like, this is way too packed, and they're gonna expand. They're gonna be expanding like crazy. It's great. It's
yep,
awesome.
yep. The master classes are going to be in the next room over,
Yeah.
which there's many of those throughout the week.
Yeah.
So
So somebody asked a question, Dave, about the master classes, and I wanted to find out: is it extra for the master classes, or is that included in the um the expo pass?
I think it depends on the type of pass that you have,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that the master classes are included in that, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. And then another question that people had is, when can I come pick up my tickets? I think that's like first thing Monday morning, right? 9 or 10, 11 here.
No, I think Rob's normally there like Sunday.
Sunday. Okay.
I think he opens it up for a few hours on Sunday.
All right.
Um,
I don't see that on the site. Maybe I'm just missing it. I usually miss a lot of things in life, but um, yeah, I don't see it. But I do want to go to this thing here. This is Wednesday night. Um, the poker tournament. This is I've been wanting to play in this for such a long time, and finally I'm going to play in it. It's a $75 entrance fee. There are raffle prizes worth over $5,000. You get a special. You get tickets to future shows if you knock out Rob's personally knock out Rob from the tournament.
right.
And the final table prize pool was over $6,500. So $75 to join in. I get to hang out with a lot of people who are really cool in the photo booth and DJ industry. I could possibly win some cool prizes. It's a no-brainer. I'm there. I'm in.
Right. Right. And I think last year one of the winners got like a whole photo booth set
Hmm.
up, and I want to say even like some DJ stuff too.
Yeah, there was a bunch of different things, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Well, my friend, anything else about this PBX? Final tips. I think we talked about it last time with Sharon. Is sneakers. Leave the fancy shoes at home. They're going to be lots of walking. That's number one. Wear sneakers.
Yep.
Wear comfortable clothing. It does get cold, so bring a jacket, a sweatshirt, something.
It's
Um,
supposed to be in the 50s and 60s there, I think, next week.
I don't believe it. I
So
think it's going to be cold, but at nighttime the temperature drops really fast. So,
yeah, it's gonna be in the 40s, like the mid 40s,
mhm.
is what I'm seeing for the weather for next week. So you definitely want to bring warmer clothes if you're going out to the strip at any point in
Right.
time in the evening. Um, but essentially, there's something going on every night that if you're staying at South Point, you really probably don't need to leave the hotel to if you know.
No, not at
So
all.
there's a lot going on all
Yeah.
over. Um, make sure you bring business cards
Yep.
first and foremost. If
Mhm.
and um, I want you. This is my own personal thing. Is take pictures, take selfies, and post them in the photo booth network with people that you meet because there's so many friendships that get started here at PBX that it's amazing what you can learn from somebody by just introducing yourself. Remember, we're all here for the same reason. We're here to party first and foremost. I mean, we're here for the education first and foremost.
Yeah.
Um, but it's to make connections in the industry.
Yep.
If anybody has questions or want to sit down with me and pick my brain, pull me aside and you know have at it. I started in this industry and started the photo booth network to help people grow their business and help anybody that wants to learn. I will help give you nuggets, for free. Now I will, if you want to send me something PayPal, I'm not gonna. No.
No, it's the same thing here, Dave. When I approached you in August to do the Photo Booth magazine, I'm not the expert by any means at all. So, but this is a forum that I can personally learn from our guests. We get feedback on our shows in the Facebook groups that maybe sometimes correct something I said. Hey, I'm all for it. This is everyone's learning every day, and we're learning together. So this is a forum for me to maybe teach some people some of the stuff that I've learned, or some of the stuff that I've developed in terms of my processes. I get to share
Yep.
time with you. I get to share time with our guests, so it's awesome. Um, so yeah, I love it. Oh, one more thing. Because there's such a high amount of reservations or people attending the expos, both the Mobile Entertainment Expo and Photo Booth Expo at the same time. And there's a lot of rooms taken. Make reservations for eating too, because it's going to be hard to find a seat in a restaurant. So I just called yesterday to make reservations for dinner on Monday, and they were like, "Yeah, good thing you made reservations. People are starting to call in now." So make sure you call in and get your reservations in for the restaurants if you want to guarantee yourself a spot to eat at the time you want to eat.
Right. That's key.
Hmm.
And also there are some amazing restaurants down on the strip that you can take Uber. Now, if
Yeah,
you are staying at South Point and flying in, you can call the hotel. They do have a shuttle that runs to the airport. And if you call the hotel, they can kind of hopefully get you set up on the shuttle too.
yeah.
So just a little tip for that if anybody doesn't know or is not familiar.
All right, folks. Well, that's it. That's the PBX preview. Rob, we're sorry we couldn't have you on the show today, but we're busy. We can't wait to see you next week, and we can't wait to see the rest of all of you who are showing up at the Photo Booth Expo next week. Dave, any final
Yep.
words before we close up the show? Blackjack, no, show number 21.
Hit me. Oh wait, no, no, you don't want to. You want to stand on 21. Stand on 21.
That's it.
Um, I just want everybody to enjoy themselves. Please learn as much as you can, and most of all, make a friend. Make a new friend from somewhere, anywhere. I want you to introduce yourself and you know do something. Make a friend.
Viva Las Vegas. We'll see you
Viva
guys
Las Vegas.
next week.